let's go take a look in a beautiful country market. So Monique Taylor Yee Shui has a gorgeous DIY. She went to Aberfoyle Market in Guelph and take a look at what she found.
Hey guys, it's a beautiful day and I'm here at the Aberfoyle Antiques Market here in Guelph, Ontario, and I'm here with my family. It's opening day. We're gonna look for something amazing for me to take home and DIY it for you. I mean, there's so many things here, guys. I know I'm gonna find a gem in here. I just know it. And we're gonna take it home and we're gonna DIY it into something amazing. So come on for the journey with me as I check out the market. Wow. See, that's what strollers used to look like. They couldn't fit in cars back in the day. And smile for the mask. Guys, look at this. Ooh.
Whoa! We saw one of those mermaid riding a seahorse.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. Girls, do you know what this is? This is what a telephone used to look like.
What?
Oh, yeah. I love all of these old paintings and cool frames. I'm thinking I could transform one into something super modern and cool. It just takes a little digging.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Monique.
Hi, Monique. I'm Doug. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Doug. I am interested in these two pieces. I'm gonna, I'm thinking about doing something really fun with them. and
Sounds
so
exciting.
I'm gonna take a look at them. How much can I get these for today?
So our retail on that is 25 and the same on this, but because you're interested in the two, we'll do 40 for the two.
Oh, amazing score, guys. I am so excited to do this. All right, let's go.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness, Mo, that looked like so much fun. So many treasures there.
Absolutely, Tracy. I mean, we had so much fun. The girls enjoyed running around. I mean, there really is something there for everyone.
Yeah, the kids definitely looked like they were having a blast out there. And those canvases looked really cool, but also a little bit outdated. So Mo, you're going to show us how to turn them around and make these canvases truly wall worthy. Am I right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I'm going to tell everybody what they need to follow along with this project. You're going to need a vintage painting, acrylic paint of choice, clear casting and coating, epoxy resin, disposable cups, painting pyramids, plastic lining, some painter's tape, stirring utensil, brushes, gloves, a level, a timer, an artist torch or heat gun, oh my goodness, a large box, and a foam core board. So, feeling very professional if you were doing this DIY. Mo, where do we start?
Okay, so the key to finding that perfect vintage piece, you really have to keep three things in mind. You have to keep into account your framing, so of course the frame, the size, the color, your color palette. You really have to use that vision, thinking about your space and the color that's involved in it as well. And then you have to also take into account, how you want the painting to look. So for example, with this particular piece that I'm starting to work off with, you want to kind of elevate it a little bit. And so right now we have this piece where it has the flowers there, but again, I wanted to add a little modernization to it. So I've done a little painting here. I used a good quality acrylic paint for this, and I kind of did that painting by numbers technique for that. So again, it really depends on what you want to do. I also use some gold foil. That's something that's really fun if you want to add some metallic to it.
Okay, so what's our next step?
All right, so for us to get started, as I mentioned, you want to get your space prepared. And so I have a cardboard box here that's lined with plastic sheeting, okay? I've secured it with some painter's tape to ensure that it doesn't move. We don't want it to go ahead and mix in with our resin, and then we're good to go in that space. So when you have your box lined, then you want to go ahead and put your cups in. So I had mentioned, if you want to use cups, I'm going to use it for the segment today because I want you guys to see how I'm working with the resin. But you can also use these little painter's little triangles here, these tripods that you can put, and then it will be actually deeper into the box, okay? So you'll see, again, how we're working with that. So once you have your cups, you're gonna go ahead and put your canvas on top.
Do you suggest that we do this project outdoors, or is it safe to do indoors as well?
You can do it indoors or outdoors. If you do it indoors, I suggest that you do it in a well-ventilated area. I didn't mind in the basement. I had a fan going again to just get that air circulating. So it could be either indoor or outdoor. It's a beautiful day, so it's, you know, you want to, you know, take advantage as well.
Why don't you show us what the next step is, Mo?
Okay, so the next step will be for us to start mixing our resin. So if you're not familiar with resin, it's a two-part process. You have your resin and then you have your hardener. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and pour your resin in your hardener into 2 separate cups, and you want that to be a 1-to-1 ratio, okay? So you have to be very cognizant of that. Then you're gonna go ahead and mix the two. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour them. Then you're gonna take your mixing stick, just gonna scrape the rest of that out in there. And then you're gonna start stirring. And you're gonna stir for 3 minutes. So make sure you have a timer around. You could also use your cell phone if it has a timer on there as well, but you have to make sure that you're stirring this for 3 minutes, at least 3 minutes. You do not want to undermix because you're not gonna be very happy with that final result. So it will actually start to feel warm. This is actually, you know, a chemical reaction, you know, a little science in there. So don't be alarmed, that's normal.
Okay, so you are going for it for 3 minutes, and do not underestimate how tough that is. That's a bit of a workout there. So you've done the 3 minutes of stirring, Mo. What's next?
Yes. So you're gonna go ahead and start pouring that resin on. Okay. And you could use either a playing card or a business card, or you could even use your stir stick, and you're just going to spread that resin around, okay? Just like so. So you cover
That looks very cool.
the entire space. Yes, and it's so relaxing, honestly. And don't be alarmed if it, again, drips over the side. That's why we have it a bit elevated, so that it doesn't drop on the canvas or the side and then it starts sticking, because again, this is gonna eventually harden. And so you wanna make sure that that is a little bit elevated.
Is this where we play with the torch? What's next?
Yes, I know. Oh, you were waiting for this part, weren't you, Trace? Oh my goodness, yes. We can go ahead and use our torch, okay? So obviously this is, you know, something a grown-up should be using. And so this is one that's specific for resin. There's other techniques, but really this is the best tool to use to get those bubbles out. So we go ahead and we start just sweeping it across. And you will actually see the little bubbles popping. It's really, really cool to watch. And once you do that, you keep it about, I say about 8 to 10 inches away from your work. And you just keep on sweeping over until those bubbles are gone. Remember when we went to our market and we got our piece? So this is the final piece here. Okay, and so what I did, as I mentioned, I did the paint, and I also added the gold foiling to the frame. I actually like the texture that the foil adds to it and the character. I also did it on the picture as well, and then I added some paint at the bottom to kind of give it that dipped effect. But yes, so this is our piece that we're going to be hanging up in our home. Again, super simple, super easy to do, but high impact. And again, it's a unique piece as well. You know how I feel about my unique pieces.
Absolutely. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. So great project, and I hope our viewers at home will follow along as well. Her step-by-step instructions are up on our website. That is cityline.tv.